What's going on, guys? Ro here, and welcome back to another episode of GTA Online. It has been a while since my last episode, but the new Lowriders DLC just released today, so we're going to be taking a look at what's new. Viewer discretion is advised as always. I hope you guys enjoy. Now let's get started. What car do I want to go on an adventure with? Let's go with, you know what? Let's go with the Osiris. Okay, so we are back. Now, I have gone ahead and bought new cars, customized them and everything. I do have a new apartment. I have a fourth apartment. It's the Alta Street one. We're going to go there, but first we're going to take a look at the gun shop, or ammunition. Because there are two new weapons, one of which was featured in the trailers, and the other one just kind of got mentioned on the side during the Newswire announcements. There are also new clothes, though I don't think I'll be covering those just because there's nothing that really stands out. But yeah, here we are at ammunition. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's new. There are two new weapons, like I said. The first one being the machine pistol. It is considered an SMG, and so you can have the extended clip and the suppressor for attachments, and you can have any of the normal weapon tints. Next up is the machete. That's really about all I can say about it. Yeah, it's nothing spectacular. Yeah, it's a machete. Cool story. Now, somewhat related to, well, very related to weapons, but doesn't involve going to ammunition, is actually a way to save time when purchasing ammo. So if you go in the interaction menu to inventory and ammo, you can now purchase ammo for your weapons, which is awesome. Now, unfortunately, it will charge you a convenience fee, but it's nothing out of the, well, it's nothing crazy. It's not a crazy amount of money that you have to pay just for convenience to not have to go to ammunition. And here we are at Alta Street. I was not going too slow enough, and whoops. But yeah, we are here. Let's go ahead and just hop down here. There are 6 vehicles in this garage, all of which you can customize at Benny's Garage, and unfortunately they are the only ones you can customize at Benny's Garage. The first one being the new Willard faction. Now, I say new because it's new to the game. However, the last time this car was seen in a Grand Theft Auto was Grand Theft Auto 4, along with that van right there. That is the classy Moonbeam. Wow, my guy really walks weird when he points, doesn't he? It's like jerky. In between these two is the Albany Primo. This car has been in the game since day one, as well as the DeClassy Voodoo and the Albany Buccaneer. And then, of course, over here you have the Vappuccino, which was released with the Ill-Gotten Gains DLC Part 2. All of them have been customized fully. They have hydraulics, because why not? And, you know, sound systems and what, but let's go ahead and take a look at what you can do at Benny's Garage, and more importantly, let's go check out where it is. So, I'm going to go ahead and take the... yeah, we'll take the Voodoo. This car is amazing. I love it. I remember this car from Grand Theft Auto 4. It was spectacular. And then seeing it reappear in this game was awesome. I was sad, though, because the only way you could get this car previously was, as in fact still that's the case. It doesn't, you can't actually buy this car as a clean version. It comes as a rusty, beat up, dented piece of shit. But Benny's Garage, once you go there, you can upgrade the car and everything, fix her up, and yeah. So Benny's Garage is actually not very far from Alta Street, and that's why I picked the Alta Street apartment, because it is actually right here. Yeah, it's literally a block away. So yeah, that's awesome. Before we head in, there are some new features, like I said. So first of all, probably the most obvious feature of all, hydraulics, because why not, right? So yeah, hydraulics is a thing now. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And as well as the interaction menu, you can now go to vehicle doors. You can open doors and stuff. You can even drive with all your doors open if you really wanted to. I don't know why. And of course you can do, you know, individual doors like the trunk. You can see the sound system and the pumps for the hydraulics. And also vehicle remote functions. Now this can only, you can only do this while you're outside of the vehicle. But you can turn on the engine. You can disable and enable the headlights. And you can also pick radio stations to play through the car, if my audio was set up to do that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hop into Benny's Original Motorworks.
Tell me what you want.
Now, once you upgrade vehicles in Benny's Garage, repairing a vehicle will cost quite a bit more. As you can see, my car is barely scratched, right? Because the back bumper, you know, you can see that it's pretty bad back there, but really that's it. And it's costing $2,400 to repair. But yeah, I mean, you got some normal options. So armor and brakes and bumpers and engine, everything here looks pretty decent until you actually start digging deeper. Bumpers, you can actually sometimes do both bumpers, and there'll be like separate options. The chassis, you can now do arc covers and aerials, so those are the antennas and stuff. As well as the trim, if you look back here, this changes. And the tank underneath, I don't know how many people are going to be looking at underneath the car at the tank, but it's entirely an option. And bodywork, so you can do the curb feelers on the side. And of course, these are very unique. They're very unique to each vehicle. So obviously, stuff that's going to be available for this car, like curb feelers, are not going to be available for, say, the Moonbeam, and vice versa. Take a look at the engine. You can actually change up the engine block. You can pick different stuff, like liveries and all that jazz. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to go with this. That looks nice. You can also do air filters. Change those up. Those actually don't affect performance at all, but of course you got the engine tunes, which is the normal upgrades. Next up is exhaust. I mean, that's pretty basic. Explosives, that's the normal ignition and remote. Grill is just the grill. I went ahead with this one, just, I don't know, looks nice. Horn is now broken down, so it's not this gigantic list that you have to dig through. So there's standard, which is like the stock, truck, cop, and clown. There's the musical ones, which are like jazz and scale and all that jazz. Get it? Jazz. Anyway, and loops. So these are the jazz horn loop, classical loops, and the new ones, San Andreas and Liberty City. Yeah. For hydraulics, you can pick different versions, and of course these will give you better hops, I guess. And as you can see, hydraulics, not cheap. The one I have here, I believe, is $300,000. So it's not cheap. But yeah, if you have the money to blow on hydraulics, there you go. And even upgrading the car, like getting this car restored, was like in the 100,000s. Like I think it was like almost 500,000. Interior, you can do trims, all that stuff. You can pick different designs, you know, all that fun, weird stuff. You can do the color, of course, because why not? Makes me think of Midnight Club Los Angeles. Ornaments, so you got these little bobbleheads. I actually don't know if they bobble, because I haven't actually had any ornaments. Dials, so you can pick different dials now, which is pretty nice. There's a fair amount to choose from. Steering wheels, of course, you got this nice long list of different custom steering wheels. Unfortunately, you can see that the steering wheel goes through the character's legs, which is weird. You got column shifters, so those are the gear shifters. In fact, for this one, I think I'm going to go with let's go with the microphone. You could also do plaques in the back of the car. Let's go ahead and actually go into third person. There's two variations for each one. There's the neon version, and then there's the not neon version. I like the low Santos. That looks awesome. Unfortunately, you can't really see it because my windows are tinted all the way to limo. And of course, the light color. This, you know, takes place on the dash, so you can do different colors for those. And that about sums up what you can do in the interior. Next, of course, lights. You have your regular headlights and neon lights. Those are just the regular options. Next up is livery. Each car has its own unique liveries. This one actually has one that legitimately says Voodoo on it. But yeah, there's a lot to choose from. Or you could just not do a livery if you don't want. But I don't know. I like the livery. It gives it a unique feel to it. Of course, the loss and theft prevention. Those are normal plates. You can now do plate holders, which is really cool. As well as vanity plates for the front of the vehicle. Benny likes to show off his work. You can see that. And then, of course, you could do different companies. So Albany, DeClassy, Willard, and Vapid. And then you can do, you know, different like teams and stuff. And license, which is just the normal stuff. So, moving on, you have respray. You have your primary color, secondary color, and trim color. This one is actually the same one as the interior. And you can do the crew emblem if you really wanted. Not that I do. As you can see, my car is worth a lot, which means I spent a lot more. So that's something to keep in mind. This is actually a pretty expensive DLC. And it's very easy to lose track of money. Moving on, of course, you have your transmission. You have your turbo down here and the wheels. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trunk. You can actually do speakers. You know, there's a basic speakers, and then you got a little better and a better and better, and yeah. So I went ahead and fully decked that out. You have the turbo. That's just normal. Wheels, you can do the wheel type. Benny's original is a new version here. New class of rims, and they look pretty cool. And then wheel color, that's just normal. And then tires, you can do tire design, so you can actually do 3 different like white wall, well, okay, 2 different white walls and white lines, red lines, blue lines, and the atomic, or just not at all. Tire enhancements is bulletproof tires. I think that's the only option available at, yeah. And then of course you have your tire smokes, those same as before. And then of course windows. And that wraps it up for customization here. As you can see, it's a very nice stylish place to be here at Benny's Original Motorworks. But yeah, that does it for that. You can see a Banshee sitting up there, and over there is a Peyote. So yeah, that is that. And of course, when leaving mod shops now, it'll actually ask you to confirm that you want to leave the place, so that you don't accidentally back out by tapping B too many times or whatever. So let's go ahead and confirm, and we'll take a look at the other vehicles in my garage. Alright, so the next vehicle that we have is the Albany Buccaneer. Now, as you can see, it is topless, and my guy actually has his arm hanging out the window, or out the window. That's pretty cool. something that's new for Lowriders, and the vehicle has to be topless. Yeah, it can't have a top on it. But yeah, this is the Albany Buccaneer topless. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got in the trunk and stuff. In fact, let's open everything, just like that. So as you can see, in fact, let's go ahead and get out and hop into first person. Take a look here. So as you can see, we have the hydraulic pumps as well as 5 speakers in the rear. We have our curb feelers. We have a nice low and slow license plate holder. We have a very nice interior, and we have 4 speakers in the back with the low Santos thingy right there. And we do have a nice, very nice interior here. It's very shiny. Oh, and of course we have a livery, a very, very minimal pinstripe livery, but looks great nonetheless. We got our, let's go ahead and hop in actually. We have our purple steering wheel, just because I decided to go with purple for this car. We have the nice chrome, I think that's chrome. Either that or it's somehow changed colors to, I don't even know what color that is. We have the old school microphone shifter. And yeah, that's really it for this car. It's a very nice car. Let's go ahead and close all our doors, just like that, and we'll see what else we have in our garage. Alright, so the next vehicle that I have here is the Vapid Chino. Again, topless, so my guy's arm is hanging out the window. It's got the curb fillers, it's got the hydraulics, of course. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trunk and everything. Like so. Alright, so you can see we have a very nice trunk. We have the hydraulic pumps as well as the 3 subwoofers, or whatever. We've got a very nice, very, very bright, vibrant pink, purple, white paint job and livery. I don't know why I decided to go with pink. I just kind of decided to pick a color that I didn't have on the other vehicles, and so pink came across and we took it. We do have the white walls, the classic white walls, not the retros, because the retros are kind of overly done. And of course the pink in the middle of the hubcap, or the, not a hubcap, but in the middle of the rim. Taking a look at the interior, it's pretty much the same kind of interior as the Buccaneer that we have. No speakers right back here, but of course we do have the placard, which, by the way, the placard is really cool because it the neon matches the color of the vehicle. It's not always white, you know. It's very, very nice. Again, we have the custom pink steering wheel and gauges, and we got that nice chrome old school microphone gear shifter. And of course we got just this massive engine. Very chrome. Again, very shiny, very bright, very vibrant, very noticeable. Really stands out. So, I like this car. It's a really nice car. But let's go ahead and close all my doors. Actually, you know what? Let's just leave them all open. And we will head over to our garage again and take a look at my other vehicles. Okay, so the next vehicle that I've got here is, of course, the Willard Faction. One of my favorite vehicles from Grand Theft Auto 4. Very muscly and just very beautiful. I went with a yellow and black theme. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything. I don't know why I closed that door. I don't actually, you know, fuck it. But, now let's go ahead and take a look here. As you can see, we got our hydraulic pumps, and we got speakers and stuff. Looks really cool. Very well detailed in the back. I like it. Of course, we got the low and slow plate holder. We did go with a nice livery, just kind of a very simple gold. Just because it looked really well. We do have the yellow in the middle of the rims, and we don't have any white walls. We just kind of went with basic. Because, I don't know, white walls didn't really match the theme of this car, considering there really isn't any white anywhere else on the car. But let's see, on the front we have our Benny's black and gold vanity plate. We have a nice chrome engine here, with the turbo and everything installed. And let's take a look at the interior. We've got just a custom black steering wheel, and I do have this, what is this, 6-round gear shifter. Very nice interior, just very simple. And for the roof I went with glass, because it just looked good that way. But yeah, let's go ahead and not kill myself. Let's close the doors. And we'll take a look at the last two vehicles that we have. Alright, so the next vehicle that we've got is the Albany Primo. Like I said, this car has been in the game since day one, but it looks very awesome and very well lit on the inside, as you can see. Let's go ahead and pop all the doors open, and we can take a look. Now the theme here is just kind of a white and black. I don't know why that does that. Let's go ahead and open that door again. Nope, didn't want to do that. Let's do this. There we go. But yeah, as you can see, we got very nice, you know, we got the hydraulic pumps in the back. We got all those speakers. And all the neon speakers on the inside and everything just looks very, very well done. Yeah, we can't close doors. It's weird. They like reopen. But yeah, we got the white walls, the classic white walls. We got the white in the middle of the rims. We got this nice silver, just kind of silver grayish livery on it. We do have a spoiler, just because. There's a nice, like, glass piece right in the middle of the hood, so you can see through. Got the chrome and the turbo on the inside, as well as the livery, as you can see. And, yeah, it's just a very well done vehicle. Let's take a look at the inside. As you can see, we got the white gauges. We got the, of course, the neon speakers and everything. Looks awesome. And we've, of course, got the old school microphone shifter. But that covers that car, I think. Of course, the low and slow and the Los Santos stuff on the back of the vehicle. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what else we've got. We got one last vehicle to show, and that last vehicle is, in fact, the Declasse Moonbeam. Like I said, this van was in Grand Theft Auto 4. It's a very interesting van. It's supposed to be a knockoff of the Chevy Astro van, very popular lowrider status van. But yeah, we've got a little bit more to show you on this. So let's go ahead and pop all the doors open once we get out, of course, because they're going to close anyway. There we go. And hop into first person, and you can see a bunch of speakers, a ton of speakers here. So yeah, we have speakers on all the doors. Well, speakers on the two doors there. We got speakers on the inside, very well lit with neon. I went with a white and red theme, as you can probably tell. We got the neon in the back that we can't really take a look at because the trunk is kind of low. But yeah, we got the you know, hydraulic pumps. We got all those speakers. It's just insane in the back. And let me go ahead and actually close that trunk. Let's go ahead and just close that trunk real quick. As you can see, we got the West Side neon placard in the back. We've got the livery that applies to the spare wheel and Well, not really the ladder, but the ladder is here anyway. We do have the sliding side doors, which is pretty cool. It's very different. And we also have the extended roof, which I don't... No, it just sticks up more, but not on the inside. So, that's a little weird. But let's go ahead and close all the doors. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at the hood. Or the engine. My bad. As you can see, we got chrome, of course. I kind of like chrome on all my engines, just because. And, of course, we got the Declassy vanity plate in the front. We got a nice grill. I think it's called the billet grill. But let's go ahead and close that. And hop out of first person. Hop out of that. And, actually, yeah, you know what? Let's hop back into first person. And you can see we got this, like, digital stereo here. We got the microphone gear shifter and the custom white steering wheel. Red gauges in the, red gauges in the dash. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this, that pretty much wraps it up for this, Declassy Moonbeam. Oh, and of course we have the chrome rims. We got the red in the center and the red line tires. But that pretty much covers it for this episode of GTA Online. I know I don't do GTA Online much. I don't know. I've been focusing mainly on LSPDFR and stuff, and not really so much on GTA Online lately. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for this episode of GTA Online. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or leave a dislike if you didn't. Comment down below, let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions or any feedback that you would like to share with me, that comment section is always open. And if you want to see more content, get subscribed. But until next time, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.